beans, hello and welcome to Friday episode of Create Above and Beyond, where you catch me in another laboratory. Woo! Look at this, very nice, very swish. So I was just down here trying to refill my pockets with this stuff. As you can see, I've done pretty good. I've got a stack and a 5, so you know, not too bad. And I came across this, so I thought, well, I'm waiting. I'll just, you know, snack up a few things that we might need. Because yeah, it's quite a good find. I still don't know what I will do with all of these laboratory blocks, but I mean, they're nice. They are pretty. But yeah, so hello. So welcome to the episode. Not starting in our base as normal. I do apologise. We'll be up there again in a second anyway, because I don't intend to stay down here for... Ooh, we need that. I don't intend to stay down here for too long. But, yeah. Not too shabby a find. Not too shabby a find. Ba-da-ba-ba. Right, let's figure out if I can find my way out of here. Oh, and... Oh, I've got a follower. Hello. Hello, thank you. I am Thingvigis... I don't know if I said that right. Sorry. Thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome, welcome. So it is Friday, my beans, Friday. Oops. Ooh, I didn't quite make that jump, did I? Friday. Ah, gosh. Anybody else as happy as I am that it is now Friday? Because, yeah, it's been a long week. It's always a long week when you go back to work after a bit of a holiday. Right, let's go. I think I came up there, so let's go down... here. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that's the hole that I was just in. Quite fun. Yeah, because I thought I found a laboratory when I found these. These were the blocks I recognised from the other laboratory we found. But I was just quickly grabbing this stuff here because, yeah, I used a lot of it making the new storage drawers upstairs. So let's go back. This is the tree that we've been working through. So we did the high aspirations, and we got all the way through that, and we completed it. We are now onto the alluring expedients, and we've already done up here with the mixing and the mixtificators and figuring out how to do that. And we've already got the sky stone going round and sand generator. We've got the gravel over there that's collecting it. We kind of have iron for days, in so much as we chuck the gravel into that contraption over there and it washes it. So you know, we don't really need to have a dedicated one for that. What we do need to do, oh, and that's the sky stone, which goes into the mixer, which then goes out to here, combines with this, and gets turned into the destabilized redstone. So now it's this bit, really, which is quickly done. But it is a bit of a fiddle as well. So, but I mean, if I say it's a bit of a fiddle, nobody is going to be surprised. So, you know, it is a bit of a faff. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So, what I want to do now, basically speaking, let's have a think about this. So this comes along into here. So in the third and final mixer, our freshly grown crystals will be treated to a nice and energetic redesign. Sorry to all the mineralogists, because, well, to be fair, it doesn't really follow real life. Most things in Minecraft don't. So what happens is this red liquid in here now wants to get combined with one of the certus quartz thingies, these here. Yeah, pure certus quartz crystal. As if that isn't a mouthful. Try saying that fast a couple times. Pure certus blah, 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 blah. My brain, my tongue, I can't do that. But we're going to grow these guys. And we're going to fling it into this. And something magical will happen. So if can I do you on here? Let's see. Let's see. Do I get to see the steps? I don't actually know if I do get to see the steps. Information. So that's how you make the certus quartz seed. That's why we need the sand. And you also need to grind that up and turn it into dust to make the next seed. And you get 2 seeds from one ground thingy. So you can see how it would slowly exponentially grow. I don't think it's on that list of things, but it's fine. We'll show you. So you drop the red the red liquid into another bucket and you fling in the crystal, and it'll do a mixify, and then it'll go off onto another line to get probably here. I say probably here, I'm not sure. To get combined with some iron to make the LED part. So if I open up the tasks again, there's your LED. So all of this goes into making this, and all of that then goes into making this, which is the precision mechanism. This is the end goal of this chapter. So much like before, where you're shoving the andesite alloy in and then using a saw, this time you're going to do that. And you're going to take the mechanism from chapter 1 and turn it into the mechanism from chapter 2. This is why I said we need to have a lot. It's because, well, we do. We do need a lot. So, let's have a go at this, shall we? I forgot the hand crank, honestly. Oh, but there it is. It's on there anyway. Ah, perfect. Right, so. One brick between these guys. And then we're going to plop off this on here. Which seems to be now moving on its own, but that's because it's the wrong way around. Brain go burr. It's fine, give me a second. I want it to go the other way around. Because I want the pipe to go that way. So let's go that way. That's still not the right way around. Annoying. Hang on a second. Oh, wait, that might have changed it. Hey, there we go. So I'm going to yoink the hand crank off of this one because it doesn't actually need to be on there anymore. And that one's already gone down anyway because it was twisting and twiddling, so we might be alright. I might bring it one level up though. There we go. Better. Okay. No. Not quite what I meant to do there. I meant to take it off. There we go. Right. And then that's that on there nicely. So, all we're going to do is if we take that block out and that block out, and then we're going to take one of these fluid pipes and put a cogwheel on it. So what will happen is I'll replace that cogwheel with one of these twiddly thingies. But for now, let's run it off to a pipe so that we can then get it into a... Oh, I think that's the wrong way around, isn't it, chaps? Never mind. Try again. There we go. Right. Because I want that to go into the fluid tank. I don't want it to go all everywhere because that was a mess last time. There we go. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. I made this one because having done this in my other world, I ran out of water a lot. So actually I want this to just really fill up before we start using it. Trust. It's worth it. So pop that there. No. No, still not quite right. Hang on. Pop that there. Thank you. And then we should see water start coming along this way. Ta-da! How cool was that? We were actually on the level to see it that time. And it should start. There you go. Filling up that guy. Simple. Easy. Very good. And because it's an unlimited source of water, we don't have to worry about it running out. So it's not the world's fastest pump, but any length of imagination. We might try and speed it up later, but for now, it's doing its thing. It's only 48, but it's doing its thing. We can potentially put a small cog here, then to a big cog, or a big cog to a small cog, and so on and so forth. But let's leave that be for now, because all we need to do is get it working. We don't necessarily need to have it working speedy style. So, what we want to do now, I'm going to pop that there. It's not quite connected. I wonder if I can... yeah, it's not connected. That's fine. What I want to do now, if I pop one there, because we want it to go up slightly. Because what will happen is we'll have a little conveyor belt down here, probably, in a little circle. And what we'll do is we'll send the quartz seed around that. So basically the seed needs to be drenched in water approximately 4 times. which means you need to have it kind of going and going and going. You don't really want to be sort of sat around going, what's happening now? So I'm going to pop the windmill. I don't want to place it in the middle, but the only reason I don't want to place it in the middle is because it actually makes it less easy to use. So, wrong way. Up one. There we go. So, we've seen me do with windmills before, but I'll talk you through it. Windmill bearing at the bottom. Block on top of windmill bearing. Yep. Not quite. Sail attached to the block on top of the windmill bearing. Bounce and bounce. Up. And then go up. Now I don't need to worry about the fact that it's right next to the mud, because it will, once it starts moving, it will actually start just going through that. So, and you have energy. Ta-da! Simple. Right. So we want to plop down a little circuit down here now for that to go around. So if we bring this off here, and then, right, I'm going to think about this now because I always get this around the wrong way. If you've watched my episodes before, you will definitely know I get this around the wrong way every time. So, but let's see how we get on. Let's see how we get on. Y'all just gotta have faith. So, what have we just done? So if I stand back and wait for it to make its complete trek. So let's say it starts here. Yeah, this might take a while. I might have to speed this up when we edit the video. Maybe I'll pop one here as well. So you can kind of see the whole overall effect rather than waiting for the whole thing to do the thing. You can see. Fill that in. You can see it's going to make its way slowly, really slowly. You might speed that up, to be fair. Like, we could probably get a big cog in there and a little cog and stuff, but I mean, fair. At the moment it's working. So it's going to make its way around the conveyor belt. And when it gets to this point, on this one here, it should snap to the other conveyor belt. Did you see that? If you didn't, it's fine. I've got a replay. Watch this. It should get off of that conveyor belt, and because it's got to the end of its journey there, it will snap to this conveyor belt. Wait for it, wait for it. Doop, there you go. Haha! Isn't that magic? Right. I'll leave those two going around for now. Because it's fun to watch. We'll pop a barrel down, and we'll get out some of the stuff in my inventory. Because we definitely don't need that much in my inventory right now. That'll do. That'll do. Right. So, we've got that working. We've got it going around in a nice merry little circle. It's just going to keep going round and round and round. What we want to do now is we want to pull water up into this pipe. Once we've built, or possibly build the tank bigger, have it going into a spout. Now we've not used a spout yet, so let me pull this up and give you the usual W action. So spout. So you can fill items using a spout. So it'll do an action to the thing on the conveyor belt as it goes by. You can't take it in and out of the spout with a bucket. You actually have to pipe it in. That's why we've got the pipes there. But what you can do, like here for example, you're filling the bottle with honey. So you can actually make like an automated bee farm. You can also then have items coming out onto a conveyor belt and have it doing that without the need for a depot, as is the same for most other parts of Create. In this instance, what we're going to be doing with the spout is we're going to be doing this step here. Because all I want to do is I want to be able to chuck the seed on and then just have it go round this a few times and grow into the bigger pure certus quartz crystal. Once it's done that, I want it to get off of this conveyor belt in some means or fashion, which we can do with either a brass funnel where you can set a filter, or we can use one of the grabby hands, which I really want the grabby hands. But and what we'll do is we'll bring it along this way on another conveyor belt, join it with this stuff so that it turns into something magical, which mostly is actually just the quartz here. But it's magical in my head, so shh. Right. So we've got another task. We've got another thing to make. We need to go make the spout, which does require another copper machine, but it's fine. We have the means, people. We have the means. So quick trip back, and we're going to pick up some rubber on the way, which was, if you recall, happily cooking over here. Oh, along with some squid, some extra stuff. It can stay in there. I did tidy up this bit. I will, you know, fight my own battle. I did tidy up that bit, so, you know, meh. Don't judge me. Shh. Right. Back to the base. Happily chappies. Say hello to the berbs. And we're going to grab some of these guys. Yep. Probably didn't need to grab that many of those guys, actually. Whoops. Oh well. It's fine. And we're going to be quite generous and make 64 of those. Because you can't have too many, really. You really can't. So, and what we're going to do then is we're going to use some of these guys to make some of those guys. So that's the sealed mechanism going around the outside of the copper casing to make the copper machine. I made a couple there because we will need them. So that's easy peasy. Going to pop that back in there. Going to try and ignore the fact that my kelp has managed to get into my inventory again. This is a problem. This is a real problem, people. And we're going to have a look at the spout. So the spout requires a hopper to make. So, you know, before we popped it into the stone carver, this time we're going to go into the smithing table with a hopper to make a spout. So we want to make a hopper first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And one box. What to do with the boxes? What do I do with my boxes, people? Oh, wait, hang on. Gotcha. And make a spout. Or a hopper, which is just about 5 bits of iron, 1 chest, makes you the hopper. Over to the smithing table. So much nicer now that I've got space in there. Pop in the copper machine and that hopper, and you get the spout. Very good. Easy peasy. We don't need to hold W to ponder. We know what it does. We've seen the W. Back to the old machinery over here. Say hello to the squid. Here we go. Whee! Boing, boing. Phew. Emerged out of that like we did a little a dolphin. Boing. And those two are still happily travelling around the conveyor belt. So easy. So I want the copper spout to sit here. That feels like the most sensible thing. So all you do is pop it in your hand and then right click over where you want it to sit. I want it to be there. Simples. And then all we need to do... I do think we will want to speed this up a little bit. So maybe we will go back to using the water wheel. But now that we've got it all linked up, all we have to do is bring the water wheel into here. And that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right, either way. Let's gain access to the shaft. And we'll take the shaft, I think, give me a bip. Boop. Because what we want to do now is we want to get up here to bring the water into our spout. Like so. So we're going to go one more, I think. Yeah, one more. And then we're going to go up. 1, 2. And it doesn't matter too much because that part of the conveyor belt that it's over right now isn't being used. So that makes sense. We don't need to put a filter on this one because we're not needing to filter it. It's just water. We want to get water onto the seeds. And then if we pop that there, pulling the wrong way, obviously. There we go. Simply fixed with one right click. And you'll see this starts filling up with water. Admittedly not very fast. Let's get you two off of the conveyor belt. And you can see there, it's filling up with water. Because all of this is moving slow though, it should have had the chance to fill up before it gets back round again. Before it starts needing to do the spouty thing. Should. Right. Now we need our seeds. So if we quickly nip over here, I should have grabbed that while I was up there. I really should have done. Never mind. Boing. Let's see. What did we do with the seeds? That's more blocks. Oh gosh. Oh, I still didn't bring the trapdoor for that. Oh well. Oh, look at the amount of ore we've got here. Lovely. Right. Still not in the right place though. No. Still don't know what all of this is doing in here, but whatever, we'll take it back to the base. Tree. Stick. Still tree. Whatever, right. Gonna have to empty my bags again. I thought I made the drawers better so that I could, you know, not have to do this fight every time. Never mind. It's fine. I'm not going to keep complaining. I will keep complaining, but you'll just ignore me. Right. Gonna get rid of several things in my pockets right now and see if we can sort some bits out real quick. So, don't need that much copper in my pockets. Definitely don't need that much copper in my pockets. All you guys. All that stick. That should be good. Probably. Probably don't need these guys in there either. So we'll pop those in there for now. And we can probably get rid of that bucket too. Pop. Right. That'll do. Okay. What did we come back for? Brain. Nah. There we go. So. We took one of these guys. And we shoved it through the grinder in preparation. And what we got was one of these. Right, so you grind this. Is it one or is it two? I think it might be two actually. Hang on. Let me just double check. No, you get one. So when you grind it, you get one. So it's a 1-for-1 ratio. So you grind this, it turns into one dust. What you do with the dust, if you take sand, one block of sand, one dust, you get 2 seeds. And that's how you get the regen of this. You don't have to keep digging up more and more certus quartz. You do, however, need to be careful you don't use your last seed, otherwise you're going to have to go back to digging up more quartz. But there you go, you've now got your seed. And as you can see from the note, this item won't despawn. The reason for that is because you're going to be leaving it on a conveyor belt for a very long time. We need to have, like, elevator music. There you go, sploosh! Now, you'll see it didn't change. If I yoink that off of the conveyor belt, you can see the progress is 1 of 4. So before it gets to the next size, it needs to be splooshed another 3 times. And then it gets to this size, right? And then that one needs to be splooshed 3 more times or 4 more times. And then this one needs to be splooshed a couple more times until it finally gets to that size. So trust me, this takes a while. So we're not going to stand here and watch it, but you can see now, because it's all going very, very slow, it has enough time to fill up, because every time it uses this, it uses half a bucket to do one seed. So you don't want to overload it too much. You want to have it, you know, have enough time to refill. Or has it gone past the splish? Nope, there you go. Yay! We actually just timed that perfectly. So this now is a tiny certus quartz crystal. Yep. So it still needs to go round and round and round, and you know, I mean, you get the idea. It's in the nick of time. You can now see. Yeah, let's see if I can grab one before it gets watered. No. Right, so you can now see tiny, small. Let's see if I can capture another one before it gets bigger. Because there are several stages to this one. So we've got this one. We've now got this one to say needs more water. We've now got this one, which is the small one. So we can say yes, we've done that. We're now waiting for this one. And we don't have to wait too long because there it is. Ta-da! Look at that. So there's your several growth stages. Hang on. Yep. Yep. And yep. Apart from the seed, I haven't got the seed anymore. But that one to that one to that one. Once you've got that one, you're laughing. Because what we will need to do next, after we've done all this, come here. After we've done all this, is we need to now combine this with that. So we can then turn it into, tick that, we've done that, into that. Polished rose quartz. So you use this in that. In a mixificator. Another one, I know. We'll probably do that about here. So if we bring it off of the conveyor belt with an arm or a filtering tunnel, probably an arm. Might be a filtering tunnel. And pop it over here to be mixificated. Because we'll probably bring this out here to this point as well. Seems sensible to bring it all that way, to then join it up, to then take it on that way. And we have enough room still to do the iron bit there. I think it's probably a good point to call it for this one, for this episode. Chuck those two back on there to continue their growing. Doesn't that look wonderful though, as it goes around? Zoom, zoom. So yeah, the options are slow down this bit with the conveyor belt or speed up the tank over there and the spout. But I mean, if you're alright with waiting for it, it works just fine. So right, let's get a good view of my contraption before we go. There we go. Beautiful. See what we all made together. Isn't that sweet? Lovely. Lovely. Right. So thank you all so much for coming to episode 17, I think. Or at least coming and joining me on Friday night. Thank you very much. I do love your company. I'll edit this and get this up onto YouTube tomorrow, along with all the craziness that's going on in my life at the moment. Look at that. It's already grown. Perfect. And yeah, we might, I say this very hesitantly, we might see us another smaller stream on Sunday. It just depends on how knackered I am. But I will definitely see you all next Wednesday for sure for the usual episode, where we will combine this and that stuff there, the red stuff. See it? This and that are going to get combined. And we will make magic. Hopefully, maybe. Anyway, good night, and I'll see you on the flip side.